What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and today is a topic that a lot of people always been asking me to touch on because when it comes to the drill community, a lot of people want to know about the people who get neighborhoods named after them. I've been doing those topics lately, and it's another topic that a lot of people always want me to speak on. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that one as quick. Recently, the last 2 days, I've been in all kind of Twitter mentions. A lot of people been asking me about this guy named Chicago Tupac. First off, I want to say rest in peace to him. But unfortunately, I can't do that breakdown right now because I don't got enough information on exactly what happened to him. And I don't want to come to these blogs and come to these videos and get to putting fake shit on the board. So we're going to get to that eventually once I'm able to verify a few more things. But today, we're going to take a person to the board by the name of Sejo. You guys probably know him as Dro. A lot of people know him as the guy who ended up losing his life, so they renamed the community DroCity. So a lot of people know about that. His name was actually Sam, I believe. He died due to the gun violence in Chicago. So today, we're going to take Dro to the board and kind of explain to you exactly who he is, give you some background, and then give you my conclusion. First thing I noticed about Dro was that I believe he was a GD because the area that he's in has a lot of GDs in it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's all kind of gangs in these neighborhoods and shit like that. If you part of the movement, you part of the movement. So it's all gang related. So I don't want to just say that's the only gang. But I believe this neighborhood used to be called like Murder Town. I think it's still called that, but I believe this specific couple of blocks, they named it DroCity to commemorate him once he ended up losing his life and shit like that. I noticed it's a lot of rappers who ended up, gaining a little notoriety that came from DroCity and shit like that, like King Louis. He was a rapper. King Louis. Mubu Crump. Let me see, Mubu Crump, King Louis, Pac-Man. I believe that's the guy who invented the drill. And then like DC Obama. That's like a street dude. But he had a Zach TV interview and shit like that. But right off the bat, I realized that King Louis was shot in the head. Someone tried to kill him. Mubu Crump was killed. Pac-Man was killed. And DC Obama beat a body. This is like well known. He said it on the Zach TV interviews and shit like that. So I noticed instantly that Dro was linked to a lot of gang shit. Okay. I noticed that. I noticed another thing. He was only 19 years old. It was hard to find information on him because he ended up losing his life way before the drill culture popped off. So I didn't really find things on the internet about him. It was hard, but I did find certain things. But it was hard to get my hands on police scanners and police paperwork. Even it was hard finding things in the newspapers and just hard finding it. So I had to rely on a lot of people who I knew that lived in DroCity, people who knew Dro and who was close to the situation. I was able to get my hand on some paperwork, but not a lot. But I'm still able to give you this breakdown. What the police is claiming, I believe, and it's going to be a short breakdown because I didn't get that much information, but they're claiming September, I believe this was in September 12th. The police is claiming in 2007. So that's way before the drill culture popped off. But they're claiming that Dro, which was only 19 years old, was cooling in his community. I believe that's the Woodline community. That he was chilling out there on his community when all of a sudden they get the blicking. This the thing though. I'm not sure if it was a drive-by, if it was a motherfucker seen them and ran up on him or whatever the fuck, but he got blicked and gunned down in the middle of the street. Dro was killed in the middle of the street. He was gunned down. This the thing that confuses me because this neighborhood is known as a as a tough neighborhood. You know, DroCity is known as a neighborhood that you don't want to fuck around in. They got a reputation of doing a lot of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Like I always say, the internet love to just put the bad shit on there. You know, this neighborhood might have a lot of good people in it because there's good people everywhere. You can't let the bad people just have the whole neighborhood judged. It's good people everywhere. Because I was told by some people that this is a good neighborhood. And don't let the internet trick you and tell you that it's bad. This neighborhood has a lot of good and they do a lot of good shit for the kids. I was also told that this neighborhood is gang banging as hell and it's infested with a lot of devilish shit. But you ain't hear that from me. But, you know, as I did my homework, I looked at this. I just believe this was gang related, you know, and it's kind of hard because I didn't have a lot. This is actually one of the cases where I had less evidence on, but I believe this was gang related. I believe he died over gang banging, you know, in my opinion. Just off the fact that, you know, a lot of the people he was close to got killed and gunned down. I was told he was a gang member. I was told that he was like one of the real outstanding members. I was told he was an outstanding member. You know, even though he was 19 years old, I was told he was an outstanding member. You know, for those guys and the type of people who rep that community, I'm pretty sure they're not repping some chump. You know what I'm saying? I was told this guy really be out there in the street. He was really doing that shit. You feel me? But it's a sad situation. I believe he ended up dying because of gang banging. I think his death was related. I believe they were out there kicking it, not realizing, and he was caught lacking. And I believe, you know, he ended up losing his life. Sad situation. Fucked up, man. We got to be better than this. Tired of losing the brothers to the gun violence. So many people dying. You know, I don't know what happened to the knuckles. I don't know what happened to these. But we got to put these down. You know, this is getting out of hand, to be honest with you. But I appreciate the love. Remember, I don't want no donations from you. You ain't got to send me a penny. It is rough as hell outside. You know, the pandemic almost over. I'm hearing rumors about the gas going up. You got to keep your extra little change. You ain't got no time to be sending me shit. If you want to support me, though, what you can do is pull your finger up like this. You hit the like button. When you hit that like button, guess what's going to happen? My video going to get to growing and shit like that. A lot of people going to be able to see it, and we can grow together. I appreciate the love. It's the homie truth. Bleh, 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 bleh.